Good evening. First of all, and I believe on behalf of all speakers, we wish to thank you for the invitation to be here today and share with you what is going on in the national and the European level and the approaches of our parties. I will try to give you a picture of what is going on in Greece in the last historical and very critical period. The government, Mr. Papandreou, the president of the Socialist International, won the elections 1 year ago, committing himself to relieve the Greek people from the anti-social policies of the right wing and strengthen the weaker social classes during the most severe crisis that our country has felt in the last decades. In reality, Mr. Papandreou forgot his promises very quickly. His government, the government of PASOK, with the support of the extreme right wing and the consent of the major center-right opposition in the parliament, signed a few months ago, through violating all constitutional processes and which require a parliamentary vote for such agreements, they signed a despicable memorandum with the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, the European Union, and the European Central Bank, the so-called Troika. This memorandum allows, for the first time, the International Monetary Fund to intervene to a suffocating degree into the internal affairs and the economy of a member state of the Eurozone. The working people and the unemployed, men and women, the youth, pensioners, immigrants, in reality, all the suppressed social classes and social groups in Greece are facing the hardest neoliberal attack the Greek society has experienced since the end of World War II. The Greek government is using this memorandum and the directives of this memorandum as an excuse in order to serve the aspirations of the Greek and international capital in the best possible way. And with the greatest consistency, they are dismantling, without any discussion in the national parliament, social achievements of previous decades. It must also be noted that this attack is happening in a country whose social state was already ineffective, weak, and burdened with the corruption and bureaucracy of 3 decades of bipartisan social democratic and right-wing ruling. After the first phase of dramatic cuts in salaries, pensions, benefits, and an explosive rise of unemployment, I have to tell you that the IMF itself is predicting an unemployment rate of 15% for Greece by the end of 2010. This government moves ahead, breaking down through recent reforms of the social security system any kind of social insurance. They increase the retirement age to 65 and attack with greater intensity the working and retirement rights of women workers. Young people who enter the labor market for the first time are also facing a very severe attack. They find themselves facing precarity as a generalized working condition, which touches and condemns every aspect of their life. Young people who enter the labor market for the first time will be paid, depending on their age, up to 40% less than the national collective agreements, while at the same time they are deprived of basic labor rights, like insurance, arbitration, protection from layoffs, coverage by the collective agreements. Also, due to the authoritarian methods of the employers in Greece, and together with the inability of the compromised leaderships of the trade unions, they cannot have their own unions and struggle for their rights in collective manners. But this is not all. The Greek government, the social democratic government, and the Troika of the IMF, the EU, and the ECB did not stop here. They are using the slogan, competitiveness will bring development, while at the same time, people's income is being minimized. They are selling off national assets at bargain prices by liberalizing, so-called liberalization, of the production and the market of energy, ports, railways. They serve the uncontrollable big capital, supporting the Greek banks with 25 million euro in addition to the 28 million given to them in 2009. They are promising to lower the taxation of the big capital from 24%, which is today, to 20%. At the same time, tens of thousands of small and medium enterprises are going bankrupt, crushed by their debt and the continuously decreasing public demand. In order to give you a specific number, only in the center of Athens, which includes 1,200 small and medium enterprises, in the last 6 months we had the bankruptcy and the closure of 250 of them. But we still exist. We still insist that another way exists. We believe that the only real way out of the crisis, which will really serve the suppressed social classes, goes through the massive and dynamic resistance to the policies of the Greek government, the IMF, the European Union, and the ECB, aiming, at least concerning Greece, at the overthrow, the cancellation of this memorandum. This struggle on the national level must be accompanied by a European coordination of parties, trade unions, and social movements, by a European united front of struggle for the defeat of the neoliberal policies of the right-wing and social democracy, and also for social change in Europe. A united front that will struggle for the decisive reinforcement of the presence of the public actors and of social control in strategic sectors of the economy, like the banking and the financial system, energy, transport, telecommunications, education, and health. It is only through a policy of support of the social state and public services, instead of dismantling them, that one can provide the protection of social solidarity to the weak and vulnerable social classes and groups, which groups at this historical moment are brutally attacked by the crisis caused by the neoliberal capitalist policies which serve the ruthless and uncontrollable local and international capital. A very important first step towards this goal is the first European Action Day on the 29th of September, when strikes and multiple mobilizations will take place in many European countries in coordination with a European demonstration in Brussels. At this point, I am bitterly telling you and informing you that the social democratic and right-wing majority of the two trade union confederations in Greece, despite their promises in the last months, they refused to call for a general strike on the 29th in Greece. And the only thing that they will do, and they announced, is a very, very, very symbolic type of mobilization with a symbolic public gathering in the evening of the 29th. But we are determined not to leave this political provocation unanswered. All our forces in the trade unionist movements, in the youth, all our activists are determined to act in such a way in the next days in order to make the 29th of September, even without a strike, a visible European Day of Action which will leave a message to the Greek citizens that this system is not unbeatable. And we are determined to do this and move to a second step of confrontation with the Greek government in the next months. A very important step for us will be the regional and local elections in November. And we are following a very difficult pathway of meeting in this social struggle and also in these elections, maybe for the first time in such a scale, forces coming from the Greek social democracy which are against the neoliberal memorandum, which are against the neoliberal reforms of the government of Mr. Papandreou. And we believe that these elections can be a very good example, a very important first step of political defeat for the Greek government, which will also send a message to the European level. We are determined to do all this in Greece, but also we are determined, together with all the forces of the European Left Party all over Europe, to play a central part this period and the next period for the formation of the European United Front I mentioned earlier, for the change of political balance in Europe. Thanks.